Okay, so I am going to release this video in 2 parts because there are 8 stages that are all 6 minutes long. I will say I did not complete all 8 stages because I DQ'd. So Felix and I were minute men, which means we get to use the car. Dan and Eddie were troopers, which meant everything they wanted to use that day they had to carry on their person, including water, and they had to walk. I don't know if you're familiar with Echo Valley Training Center, but it is in this middle of nowhere, West Virginia, and there is like a significant hill between some of the stages. So it worked out that they had to climb the hill twice that day with all of their gear. Matt was armored. I think he was wearing armor. I cannot recall. So everyone in our squad except Matt was new to this longer format comp style. When I started shooting comps, it was like USPSA adjacent. And so that was how I started. And then from there, I would post, and then I was found from YouTube by Damien, who runs the comps or co-runs the comps at Fairfax. And then I learned about like the brutality and the fast matches through shooting at Fairfax. Also from stealing 2A for A, apparently. Not really, but it's a joke. So this was our first long style format. We were gonna shoot brutality, but to be honest, like my body was not ready for it. I've only in the last couple of weeks really started working with a physical therapist who has helped me like put the systems in place, learn how to feel better when I feel bad, and it's been really helpful. I will say too, style-wise, fast is a little bit more running, less like just physical things. I think brutality in general has like more kettlebells and more like physical feats that are not running and shooting. And that is a lot harder on my body. So fast was a good compromise to like do the long form, not be in as much pain, still left covered in topical anti-inflammatories and heat, and was in pain. So stage 5, simple. Very simple in theory. You cross a creek that's like 6 feet, very shallow. You don't even really get your feet wet. And then you run up like a moderate hill, and then you run to a roof feature. From the roof, you're shooting 2 100-yard targets, 2 200-yard targets, and 1 300-yard target. Having a lot of jams, like a lot, to the point where like charge the charging handle and like reseat and a bunch of stuff. And I didn't know what was going on because at another comp something similar had happened with this. We thought maybe it was a feed issue, but turns out it was just like poorly lubricated. And so it went okay.
The fuck?
And then being stressed, of course, I forgot to hold one in the chamber. So the RO tells me what to do.
That looked high.
What the fuck is happening?
And it's about to happen again. Right. And then I don't know if you guys will be able to hear this, but Eddie tells me to not put pressure on the mag. So I'm like, oh, good. This is going to fix everything. From there, you then move into the prone position and you hit a 600-yard target. If you don't hit it, you can skip, and then you have to move up the VTAC in 4 shooting positions. From each shooting position, you have to hit the 200s, 300, 100s. Once you make all shots from all 4 slots, so 16 shots if you're perfect, you go down to prone again, and then you do the 600. And that happens like 3 times.
Oh, what the fuck? Why are you doing this to me?
I don't even own a bipod, so I borrowed one that morning from someone. Shout out Ryan from Fairfax for letting me borrow it. And I only have a 3x and a red dot, so I didn't hit the 600 once.
Matt Director, this is stage 3, over. Final position on this barricade. One more on the barricade.
Same.
Come back.
Next stage was run by Garrett from Lead and Steel, who is awesome. You start out prone at a stage machine gun and you hit 5 hits on an index card. Your time does not start until you move over from the match gun to your gun, or the stage gun to your gun. I've shot a machine gun once before, maybe 10 years ago, and I know it's full auto. When I shot it,
Okay, that is crazy.
All right, you're out.
One hit, not bad.
I did not expect that to go as crazy as it did.
so you shoot 2 of spinners from your gun start. I had never shot a spinner on a rifle before.
Your mag's too far in.
Too far in again. Oh my god. Okay, I can skip though. Correct?
After you shoot the spinners, you take your rifle and you run up to the VTAC. And at the VTAC, rotate both spinners on the barricade.
Over. Drop your mag. One shot on the static silhouette to the left.
Run to the barrels. Load your pistol, rotate the spinners there, and then you will drop your mag, make a clearing shot at the high value, and then run to the start and do it again. So, interesting things here. I have pre-ordered the Glock mags, the 15-round mags. They didn't arrive in time. Every time I'd get the spinner at a good place, my 10-round mag would be empty. So I ended up ditching that part of the stage, running back to try to just at least do the rifle spin again.
Don't turn around and load so your cameraman's out of the way.
There you go.
Mag?
Mags.
Luckily, afterwards, I was talking to the group about it, and Garrett's like, I have 15-round mags you can borrow. So that was great. The rest of the comp, I was able to shoot 15-round mags, which was so helpful.
For everybody else. All right. Shooter, do you understand the course of fire?
Despite not being a trooper, I somehow didn't have enough mags here. So the next one, I actually felt decent about. I thought when I was running it that I would finish it. I didn't, but it was the closest I got to finishing. You have targets that are 200 yards on a hill, and you have to hit them each once from your first target. And then you move to the VTAC, and you have to use 4 different points of engagement to hit the 4 steel IFSC targets that are on your ground level of the bay, that are, I don't know how many yards away, probably like 80 yards. And you have to hit the 200-yard targets on the hill. Then you move to the pipe and you shoot from on top of the pipe. You hit 4 of the targets. I think we did this backwards now that I'm reading this stage description, but basically on the pipe you have to shoot from in the pipe, shoot the 4 targets. From on top of the pipe, the 2 targets. I will say a muzzle brake in a pipe. Blech, hated it. And then you move to the shooting bench, which is where your pistol is waiting, and you shoot all 6 targets. The shooting bench, interestingly, was positioned in a way that every time someone sat down, they could not hit all 4 of their low targets because of the angles. So having watched that, I like go up and sit on top of the bench and make those shots. So 4 targets on the bottom, 2 on top. So then you drop your mag, your rifle mag, and you make a high value target on the far right IPSC. Then you grab your pistol, you go through the barrel, and then you run up to like a 4x8 board that has markings on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 positions. You run up to position 1, you make 4 hits with the pistol. Position 2, 4 hits with the pistol. Position 3, 4 hits with the pistol, 4. You do is you go to positions 5, 6, 7, 8. So 5 is on the right, 2 barrels stacked on top of each other. You go on the right side, make 2 shots on the right 2 targets. Go on the left side, make 2 shots on the left 2 targets. Run to position 6, 2 barrels. You make 2 shots from the left side on the left side targets, 2 shots from the right side on the right side targets. And then position 7 is in between the 2 barrels in this like wooden U.
Ow!
Okay.
Yeah, breath.
Essentially that's flat. You have to touch it, make the 4 shots, and then you have to go under it is for position 8 and make the 4 shots. That is the one that I felt really confident with, but that was the closest I got to finish. So this stage you actually start in a foxhole on these 2 cinder blocks, and you have to like jump out and then run like this curved road down to the start and pick up your rifle. I really tried to pace myself instead of like going so hard that I would be so out of breath that I couldn't shoot. It's probably slow.
One.
Load your rifle, get 1 hit on the leftmost.
When you first grab your gun, you make a high value target, and then you move laterally to the first position, and you have to
Oh my god, so fucking loud.
shoot the 5 targets, and then you move laterally, you shoot the high value, and then you move laterally, you shoot the 5. You do that like 3 times. And there's all different situations. Like one's on tires, one's like balancing on ropes, one's standing. One of the hardest parts for me was one of the targets was like behind a car. And from positions 1 and 2, you can see the target. From positions 3 and 4, it was really difficult. So I was just like shooting at the car and hoping it made a noise. The final position, you're at a barricade, like a wooden 2x4 barricade with like 8 slots. And that's when you switch to your pistol. You have to make a shot on the target close to you and a shot on the target far from you. And then for a 5-second bonus, you can hit the high value. I knew that I wasn't gonna time it correctly, that the bonus would make sense for me to take. So I tried to take it once and I was like, this is taking more than 5 seconds. So I just moved my way through. I did not finish this, but I did get to the last part of it. I got to the pistol stage. I think I had 10 clearing shots left, maybe more. I don't know. By that time, I was pretty tired.
Pretty tired.